Hey everybody, welcome to Two Dumb Dads. I'm Chris, and I'm back with another adventure in dadding. So this is a series where we talk about, stuff that's been going on as a parent. I don't know, maybe something with our kids, maybe something with ourselves, whatever. But this week it's my turn again, and I'm coming in with a little bit of a follow-up on my last adventure in dadding from about a month ago, actually. A little over a month ago, because I'm a little late with this recording, but there's a good reason. It's not a good reason, but it's a reason. And I'm going to claim it's a good reason because I get to. I have the microphone. So let's dive into it. So for those of you who weren't around like you're just sitting here on my couch, we're having a chat, having a nice little comfy, cozy discussion around the television. Let's be honest, this is the television. I was going to say like the fireplace, but there's no fireplace in this apartment. Anyway, last time I was on here, I spoke about an upcoming play date, Thea's first play date. We're now in the future, and that play date has happened. And in fact, 2 play dates have happened. And so I want to talk a little bit about them because I see a little bit of my own personality that's been coming out in my daughter, and so I want to chat about it. So that first play date was magical. It was amazing. It was completely unexpected in how remarkably well it went. So we went to the play date just like planned. It was supposed to rain a little bit, but we decided, you know what, we're not going to be those people. We're going to actually go. We're going to do it because we're going to fight our instinct of like, oh, everything's not 100% perfect. So no, we went and we stuck with it, and it was great. People showed up. People who like had kids Thea's age, a little bit younger, a little bit older. And Thea did her usual Thea thing at first. You know, she kind of like ran around by herself, huddled next to daddy, huddled next to mommy. But at one point or another, just this really remarkably nice girl, like just kind of went up to her and was like, hi, do you want to play? Like, do you want to do this? Like, I like these things. What do you like? And Thea was uncontrollably shy. Like she hid her head like behind the pole, like didn't want to like speak to the girl, didn't want to anything. And it was obvious she wanted mommy and daddy to come save her, but we didn't. We stayed the course. We decided, you know what, like we want her to be able to fight through this. And so we let her deal with it. And it took a little while, but probably about, 5-10 minutes later, she and this girl were just like running all over the park. They were chasing birds. It was the most amazing, magical thing for me because it was the first time I'd really been around like for the entire friendship. And so of course I went over and I started chatting with the girl's parents because I figured, like I need to also be friendly. I also need to be social. I need to set a good example for my daughter. And so while Thea was doing her shy thing, I went over and I started chatting with her parents. And it turns out we'd actually met them a year before, and I hadn't recalled initially. And so we started chatting, just kind of, oh, how old are they? Cool. Are they doing this? Are they doing that? Like, are our kids compatible? And like, yeah, no, cool. It's going really well. That was that park day, like they played for hours. Eventually, like all of the kids got exhausted and like clearly needed naps. And so we went our separate ways. And that was 2 weeks ago. And so ever since then, Thea has been talking about wanting to go play with her new friends, her new friends at the big park, which was just, exciting because it means she remembers. She really made a connection. She really enjoyed it. So last week was Mother's Day, and so we didn't do anything for that. And so this week, we just went to the park kind of organically to see if maybe we'd bump into anybody. And while we were there, Thea got a little, downtrodden that there was no new friends there. Completely ignoring the fact that she could make new friends. But her new friends weren't there, the ones that she wanted to play with. So she was a little disappointed. And so when we got home that night, I was like, okay, right before bed, I threw out a little like, hey, everyone, let's do this again. Let's, anybody want to go to the park at o'clock in the morning tomorrow? And, wonderfully, her new friend was going to be there. Her mother reached out and said, yeah, we'll be there. Great. It's like, oh, excellent. It's like, okay, I'm going to do the thing that I would never do in my own personal life. And I don't know if this is like a good thing, a bad thing. I'm so socially awkward that I don't know. It's like, I'm going to do it. And I reached out. I was like, oh, great. Thea's been really excited talking about how she wanted to play with your daughter again. It's wonderful. She didn't reply, but she liked the comment. I'm like, okay, well, I see. Great. So we went to the park, and the girls' parents came, and Thea started playing with her, and they were having a good time, and it was wonderful. It was great. I was really happy. Thea shared her bubbles. The other girl took the bubbles and ran around the park for 30 minutes. It was great. Okay, well, maybe they didn't share the bubbles so well, but they played bubbles and they played stuff, and it was good. And the reason why I wanted to mention this and bring this up, and the whole thing about a little bit of my personality, was at one point or another, because there were so many kids there, Nick and Miles and Sarah came as well. And so Thea and Miles were playing a little bit. And I think at some point they went off to go grab a snack. So by the time she had finished her snack, she went to go find her new friends again. And she had found someone else that she was playing with. And when Thea saw this, she just kind of looked at me with this heartbroken look of oh my gosh, my friend is betraying me. I don't think I have a friend anymore. And I knew this feeling, I knew this look, I knew this feeling, the way she was acting, the way she was looking, I felt it in my bones of that socially awkward, shy kid who's I found a friend, and my friend isn't my friend anymore. It's someone else's friend. And it's a completely irrational thing. And I know that as an adult, but I also know as an adult, I would still feel that today. If I just made an awkward acquaintance out of whatever, I would just immediately okay, this is my best friend in the world now. We're going to be friends forever, and they're never going to need another friend because I am everything. And I was just went, shit. What, she's going to be just like me here. And I don't know how to set an example not to be that way. And I don't know how to, encourage her. I mean, obviously I can just say hey, that's not the case. Sometimes people play with other people. You can go play with other people too. And don't worry. That doesn't mean you're not friends anymore. It just means right now you're playing with other people. Logically as an adult, I know that, but emotionally, even as an adult, I still feel that way. So I don't know how to really instill that in her as much as I know I need to and I want to. And as weird as this is, I don't know Erin's childhood. So I don't know if that's something she can teach her. I don't know how. But this is something that I don't know. I don't know how to get out of. I don't know how to solve this. I don't know how I'm going to adjust this thought process with her in a way that will allow her to blossom socially, because I never blossomed socially that way. It's never something that I was able to learn. So yeah, that's going to be one of my ongoing challenges as a parent, is trying to figure out not just how I'm going to encourage her to do this, but also how do I set the example for coping with this when I am that socially awkward person who, even at 34 years old or whatever I am, I think it's 34, 33, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. However freaking old I am, I can't do this. I still have that awkward mentality that she was showing right there. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this week. If you have any ideas for how I can solve this problem, for the love of God, please send them in, because I am completely inept. You can, of course, send them to emails at twodumbdads.com. That's emails at the number 2dumbdads.com. You can send them to my Twitter at Chris Moss again. And quite frankly, you can just plaster them everywhere on Facebook, and especially the Facebook page, obviously, the Two Dumb Dads Facebook page. That's the thing, find us. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts, because this is something that I am completely and utterly lost on, and I have nowhere to go. So hopefully Nick will be able to tell me how I'm stupid and there's an obvious solution next week on the episode. But until then, be well.